The transition away from fossil fuels had been in the document, but key countries objected to that. The way this works is a process of unanimity. Everybody has to agree. But what's also significant today is that there's enough in this agreement for Brazil to launch that key roadmap on the transition away from fossil fuels, which the COP president announced. These are difficult, strenuous, tiring, frustrating negotiations, but I'm fighting for Britain's national interest, and I think we made some steps forward.
The race of climate conference has been ended with a disaster question that what is actually the status of fossil fuel goals? What was the discussions and what should be the outcome for the more than 100 developing countries who are facing the extreme crisis of heat waves and also the crisis of resource management for the energy sources and also the outcome of fossil fuel emissions control? We all know that we have some limits regarding the SDG goals by 2030. But what should be the outcome and what should be the plan for the more than 100 countries that is still omitting this COP30 again? And this COP is still on the failure discussions regarding our fossil fuel statements. Paris Agreement was a key discussions regarding the control of the fossil fuel emissions more than 100 countries. The South American countries already raised their voice that there should be a particular plan regarding the control of the emission of the fossil fuels more than 100 developing countries. In the United States, already rejections of the Paris Agreement creating a key concern of fossil fuel emissions on the zone of industrial development regarding a future perspective. What should be the plan of fossil fuel control when we are losing our energy, when we are losing our resource management? More than 100 countries already kept their fate for the COP30 discussions regarding the fossil fuel statements. They know the crisis in the extreme heat waves worldwide. More than 450 million students already lost their regular education for extreme heat waves and the projected temperature rise. And this was the key crisis discussions for this COP30. But this COP is still failure regarding our discussion for the fossil fuel statements, regarding the domination from the industrial zone and the capitalism for the all over the world regarding the global north to global south and the United States dominations regarding the industrial development. This COP is still on a failure for the discussion of the fossil fuel and the control of the emissions and also the statements for regarding for the future goals.
A COP30 será a COP da verdade. É o momento de levar a sério os alertas da ciência. É hora de encarar a realidade e decidir se teremos ou não a coragem e a determinação necessária para transformá-la.